This is ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to English News Broadcast for this hour with me, Bersabet Taghla. Following are the major headlines for today. Eritrea participates at the Group 77 Summit in Cuba. Seminar conducted to members of the 36th round of national service. Landslide in Northwest Democratic Republic of Congo kills at least 17 people. And the U.S. mass shootings top 500 this year. On your local reports, Eritrean delegation led by Ms. Sofia Tesfamariam, Eritrea's permanent representative at the United Nations, participated at the Group of 77 summit that took place in Havana, Cuba on 15 and 16 September. The summit was held under the theme Current Development Challenges, Role of Science, Technology and Innovation. In her statement that was circulated at the Heads of State and Government Summit, Ms. Sofia said that inequality and the unjust international order have prevented developing states from fulfilling their aspirations, and that has ignited the desire for invention and creation. Process is considered to be the purview of the few, leaving the majority who are forced to rely on costly imported technologies as sources of new productive knowledge. Ms. Sofia went on to say that science, technology and innovation, or STI, have been the main drives of socioeconomic development, economic growth and industrialization throughout history, and have been at the core of all major development advances, but meeting tomorrow's development challenges will require long-term investments in both research and capacity-building efforts to promote sustainable innovation in developing countries. Ms. Sofia also said that Eritrea recognizes the important role that science, technology and innovation in underpinning sustainable economic growth and development. And innovation requires investment from all stakeholders, for science is becoming increasingly important to craft and inform policies and decision-making. The government of Eritrea recognizes that globalization is a reality and that Eritrea must develop the capacity to compete in a global market if it is to realize economic, social and cultural prosperity, and that two essential elements for realizing this vision are creating the human capacity and the technological infrastructure to meet the needs of a global market, Ms. Sofia added, indicating that Eritrea has a rich education history with a consistent national priority for literacy and innovation. Dedication to learning at any cost helped carry the convictions which led the Eritrean people to independence. Ms. Sofia said that the Zero School and Adult Literacy campaign helped to unify Eritreans by building a community of learners focused on enhancing knowledge and skills from form a new nation, and the culture of innovation nurtured during the independence movement is alive today as Eritrea moves forward in the new millennium with efforts to provide opportunity for all Eritreans through accessible, equitable and quality education. Ms. Sofia underpinned that today multilateralism is at risk because of these unilateral measures that pit nations against each other, and Eritrea calls on the G77 to raise its voice in all four and reject such coercive measures against its members. Eritrea also calls for the end to the brutal 60-years-long economic embargo against Cuba, and for an end to unilateral coercive measures that are impeding the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals and development of our nations, Ms. Sofia underscores. Mr. Tesfai Seyum, Head of Technical and Vocational Training at the Ministry of Education, conducted seminar on 16 September to the members of the 36th round of the National Service, students at Warsaikalo School in Sawa. The seminar was focused on the role of education in ensuring social justice and the challenges being encountered. Elaborating the effort that the government of Eritrea has been exerting to expand and develop academic and vocational education, Mr. Tesfai said that providing proper education is one of the basic requirements for building a developed country in which social justice prevails, and called on the students to take advantage of the opportunity being provided. Underlining that human resource is one of and the main resource of a country, Mr. Tesfai said that the fact that the government of Eritrea is heavily investing in the education sector attests to that. indicating that since its establishment, the Warsai Kaalo School has provided educational opportunity to over 250,000 students. Mr. Tesfaye called on the students to concentrate on their education and ensure their future. On your last local report, the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare branch in the Southern region organized seminar to owners and workers of social service provision institutions in Mendefera subzone on 15 September. At the seminar, Mr. Razana Walda Amlak, head of the office branch in the subzone, said that the strong effort is being exerted to develop the understanding of the participants on labour law with a view to minimize labour disputes as well as to ensure the health and safety of workers at workplace. Mr. Razana also gave extensive briefing on the history of labour law in Eritrea, the objective situation of employers and employees, and called on the participants to understand their responsibilities and rights and provide priority to the safety of workers. Mr. Hizkias Wihbet, administrator of the subzone, on his part, called on the workers to respect their work and give utmost attention to customers and employees to respect the rights of their workers. In the southern region, there are 1,313 social service provision institutions and 140 in the Mendefera subzone. Dear viewers, do stay tuned for your international reports and more after the short break. Welcome back. According to authorities, at least 17 people have been killed by a landslide in the northwestern Democratic Republic of the Congo, caused by torrential rains. They also warned that the toll could rise as rescuers sift through mud and the rubble of collapsed homes. According to the president of the civil society organization Forces Vives, the disaster took place on Sunday along the Congo River in the town of Lisal in Mongala province. The victims lived in homes that were built at the foot of the mountain. Governor Cesar Limbaya said machinery was desperately needed to help clear away the debris and to try to save any survivors. The governor offered his condolences to the victims' families and decreed 3 days of mourning throughout the province. On today's final report, the number of mass shootings in the U.S. surpassed the 500 mark over the weekend, according to the Gun Violence Archive, which averages to almost 2 mass shootings a day. On Sunday, the Denver Police Department posted an alert on X, formerly known as Twitter, confirming a shooting that left 5 people injured, which was the 500th incident of the year. Just hours later, El Paso police reported that they were investigating an early morning shooting in East El Paso, which claimed the life of a 19-year-old man and left 5 more injured, bringing the total number of mass shootings to 501. According to the Gun Violence Archive website, a mass shooting is defined as an incident in which 4 or more people are shot and either injured or killed, not including the shooter. Dear viewers, and now a very quick recap of the major headlines. Eritrea participates at the Group 77 summit in Cuba. Seminar conducted to members of the 36th round of national service. Landslide in Northwest Democratic Republic of Congo kills at least 17 people. And U.S. mass shootings top 500 this year. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.